Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of In Ohio Country Today. I'm Big Dan Wilson, and this week our feature stories are all about the Ohio Soybean Council. We'll learn about all the markets. We'll learn new information about tariffs. We'll learn more about some of the great products that are being made with Ohio soybeans. All that and more this week in Ohio Country Today. Meyer formula mixers are built for speed, accuracy, and efficiency. With fast processing times, low load heights, and precision unloading, Meyer helps you get more out of every load. Don't waste feed with unreliable mixers. Meyer has been innovating feed mixing for over 70 years. When you need consistent results, load after load, trust Meyer mixers from Apple Farm Service. Stop in today or view our inventory at applefarmservice.com/Meyer. Allen Township in Hancock County is your next land auction opportunity. From your area leader in land auctions, Dye Real Estate and Land Company. 63 plus acres of versatile land with ag and development opportunities with high quality soils and a great location. Join us February 12th at 6 p.m. at the Hancock County Fairgrounds in Findlay, Ohio. Online bidding is also available from your area leader in land auctions, Dye Real Estate and Land Company. For more information on this and other upcoming auctions, go to dyerealestate.com. Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. Rodock Leasing Sales and Service is your place for Wilson livestock trailers. Wilson builds reliable, lightweight, and corrosion-resistant aluminum livestock trailers. Wilson is known for their attention to animal and operator safety, as well as the best in biosecurity. Wilson delivers your best value and your lowest cost of operation. Rodock is your home for Wilson livestock trailers. Call Rodock Leasing Sales and Service today. Learn more at rodock.com. Your outdoor fun starts today at Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta. Whether you're an enthusiastic RC hobbyist or searching for a great family gift, we have the best remote control land, air, and watercraft with parts and service you can depend on. Our experienced team and our great wall of parts will keep you cruising all year long with batteries and chargers too. Your outdoor fun starts today at Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta, your one-stop shop for all your hobby needs.
Hello once again, everybody. We're visiting with Bob Suber. Let's start off by showing the map of Ohio here, the various districts, and of course you have farmers representing those. However, the Soybean Council is much bigger than Ohio because of everything that you do. And you're one of the people that is doing a lot of traveling.
I went to the what they call Soy Connects. It's with the USEC, U.S. Soy Export Council, and it was in D.C. We had 59 countries represented, 700 participants, and we interact with those buyers of our soy, and they can interact with the exporters here in the United States. And we found it very beneficial to compare us, U.S. soy, with South American soy. They may have a little bit better protein, but protein is just part of the story. We have much better amino acids, and they are ones that give the nutrition. So that if you have a processor that processes U.S. soy, they can make $50 more per ton in profit, net profit, because they don't have to add things that South American soy requires them to add to have the exact nutrition.
And hopefully that difference in price will go back to part of it go back to the farmer.
Yes, and the other thing that came out of that was the quality and the consistency of U.S. soy versus South American soy. It's a world of difference. In fact, they load their ships and test them constantly in South America, and determining how the moisture is coming out and the quality comes out determines the destination of that ship, whether it's closer to port or whether it's further away. How long? And it's a dramatic difference. If China increases or fills their reserve, they never buy South American soy. They buy U.S. soy because it'll keep. for maybe the years that they want to keep it in their reserve. So we talked to a lot of people that have used both, and they stick with U.S. soy because they know that consistency.
Well, I know in the past the Chinese and Japanese both are very particular about the grains that they buy to feed their people.
Even when I was in Japan a few years ago, the buyer there, we went and saw their processing and everything, and they said you can walk into a warehouse and tell if it comes from Ohio by the smell. They said the aroma is different, and that's amazing. But they recognize the difference, and we're very fortunate to have the right climate and everything else in Ohio to be a major soybean state.
Now, with the changes that we've seen with tariffs taking over and basically bringing the income into this country where taxes in the past were responsible for doing that, you see a greater likelihood that that's going to increase the trade of soy products between countries?
But we'd much rather have a market than government subsidies, okay? And we'll see, but I was involved with the first trade wars that we had with China back in the first Trump term. I went over there 6 times in 3 years trying to get some diversity in the Southeast Asia markets. And they cut us off for 2 years then, and they've done the same thing here. So we're looking for trade to be settled quicker than later, now versus later. So.
Okay. Well, Bob, I want to thank you for joining us and being with us today. Thanks.
Thank you.
And stay with us, back with more when we continue with In Ohio Country Today.
Closed captioning paid for in part by the following. Start your planting season by adding 90 plus acres of great farmland in Auglaize Township in Allen County. From your area leader in land auctions, Dye Real Estate and Land Company. 90 plus acres offered in 2 tracts. Join us February 19th, 6 p.m. at the Howard Johnson Inn in Lima, Ohio. Online bidding is also available. From your area leader in land auctions, Dye Real Estate and Land Company. For more information on this and other upcoming auctions, go to dyerealestate.com. From generation to generation, farmers do their best to protect their land, livestock, and farm operations. But they can't do it alone. Salina Insurance Group has partnered with local ag professionals to do just that, offering the peace of mind needed to run a successful operation. Salina's products and coverages come from our first-hand experience and relationships with local agents. For total farm protection, come experience the Salina difference. Learn more at salinainsurance.com. When it's time to prep your feed, Kuhn mixers deliver consistent, thorough results every time. Built for efficiency and designed to reduce feed cost, Kuhn mixers help you get the most out of every ration. With decades of innovation focused on your feed, Kuhn stands above the rest. Stop by your local Apple Farm Service today or view our inventory online at applefarmservice.com/Kuhn.
Hello once again, everybody. I'm visiting now with Jerry Bambauer. Jerry, tell us a little bit about where you're from, your operation back home.
I'm from Auglaize County, New Bremen, Ohio. I farm in Auglaize and Shelby County with my son. He's pretty much in charge, and I'm kind of a cheap labor type thing here. But I spend my hours every day in there with him and it's really enjoyable when you have the next generation that takes over for you, and you can be part of the situation as we move ahead. So it's very interesting in that part. We farm about 1,200 acres of soybeans, corn, and wheat.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about then. We've interviewed so many times, and I'm sure that I've interviewed you at times from the council side and other times from the association side. What do you want to talk about today? There's so many positive things that soy is doing, not only here in Ohio and individual counties, but throughout. You're a driving force in making policy throughout the United States, working with several of those states.
Right. We have some organizations where we put 4 or 5 states together. Excuse me. And probably, in my opinion, we do a lot of different research through the university as Ohio State here. And but probably one of our really shining projects we got working is Arable Lab. This was an organization we put together in 2019. We had an employee came from Battelle Research Facility and became one of our staff members, and he said, I would like to start and do research on soybean oil that we can develop new products. So through the process, we are now at Ohio Wesleyan University. I think we have 7 labs down there, or 6 labs, and we have 9 employees, 10 employees as we move ahead, so doing continuous research. Last fall, we set up a project with Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio, where we're going to develop another lab down there. At Ohio Wesleyan, we do most of our research with the oil. And when we get down to Shawnee State, we're going to do most of our research on the plastic part of it. So it'll be totally different, but still it'll all work for soybeans. And this is really, really an impressive part of our organization. The new projects we're coming up with, new products and new things that we have developing along the way. One of the really critical parts, we do research and then we have to find somebody to use it. And these, through Arable Lab, all of our research is brought to us by commercial entities. They come to us and say, can you do this for us? We want it to be green. And yes, and when we work on it, we don't spend a lot of money if it's not going to work, but if it works, we progress ahead. And when it's done, it goes to the commercial entity, and he commercializes it, and he's the only one has it. So we've been very successful with that. You're going to speak with some of the other people that are here that work with it. So it's a very, very impressive part of our project. And when we do stuff, we get it commercialized. We do the research for them, and we get royalties back. So that's how we cover our expenses. Some of them. We started out with Ohio as an entity that did it. We now have 6 other states that give us money to manage our labs and that. We've got Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, Kentucky, and Missouri. And we're going to have Kansas come on, and it looks like maybe Minnesota will also come and be part of our organization. So it's very good there in that process.
Well, that's one thing that I've noticed over the years. The association and the council have worked with other states to form sort of a regional kind of product development, so to speak, so that if it's good for one state, it's good for all of those states.
Well, the thing is, we're all working for one thing, soybeans. And I don't care how we do it or who does it, as long as we promote soybeans, increase their use, and find new uses for it. I don't care who does it, but we have to do it because we're an ever-changing world, and we have to have new things coming along the line and promote soybeans in the process.
And all of this could not be done without the checkoff.
Right, the checkoff, and we want to really thank all of our soybean producers for voluntarily giving us our funds that we use in that process. We get 1/2% of their total check, and that's what we do all the research with and develop all these products and projects that we work with.
I know there for a few years, every time we would have a new farm science review, we'd come in, or I would come in here and I'd look, I haven't seen that before, or I haven't seen that thing. You were developing so many things, it was hard to keep up.
Right, it's just always new products. I know one of our new products through Arable Lab, we're looking at a plastic that's 100% biodegradable made out of soy. And they tell us within 6 months after it goes into a landfill, it'll only be soybean. It'll all be that's left. There's no other chemicals, none of the other stuff that's left in there. And they use that in straws now, drinking straws. And I asked the person that's in charge of that, I said, now we have these plates that we serve with. Can you use it for that? He said, we can use it for anything but single use. It has to be single use. You use a plate, silverware, forks, spoons, cups, drinking cups, all that could be used instead of the plastic that we have. We could use our product and it would be 100% biodegradable and work through the process. The only thing you can't put it in is water bottles or something like that where you have a long use product. It has to be one use and done.
Okay, but at the same time, the composition is either soft or hard.
Yes, absolutely. It don't make any difference. That's it.
Okay, amazing. Learn something new every time I come into Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. That the house that Soy built. I know that was the first name that you had for this building, but at the same time, I'm an older guy, and so
We both are.
but at the same time, it's still true that
Right.
that a lot of things were developed a few years ago, or maybe even several years ago, but they're still being developed, and it's all working with farmers, and farmers working together because of the checkoff.
Yep, that's absolutely right. You know, one of our first projects that's really kind of major is the Roof Max. We developed that about 10, 15 years ago, and now we have over 500 dealers in the United States using that product. And, you know, it's really a success thing that's really gone and been very successful for us. So, again, we develop things, we make it better, and we continue to improve our use of soy oil and meal.
I've had several salespeople drop by my home saying, hey, would you be interested in just what you said? So, Jerry, want to thank you. Enjoy talking with you all the time, and you bring us up to speed on what you're doing. So thanks for being with us.
Well, appreciate having the opportunity to relay some of our projects that we're working with, and, you know, tell the farmers and the consumers of the state of Ohio all the different things we are doing with soy and how we're trying to improve the environment and everything else, working with soy as a green product for our industry and our people.
We've been talking with Jerry Bambauer. Thanks for being with us, Jerry.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And stay with us. Back with more when we continue with In Ohio Country Today.
Meyer formula mixers are built for speed, accuracy, and efficiency. With fast processing times, low load heights, and precision unloading, Meyer helps you get more out of every load. Don't waste feed with unreliable mixers. Meyer has been innovating feed mixing for over 70 years. When you need consistent results, load after load, trust Meyer mixers from Apple Farm Service. Stop in today or view our inventory at applefarmservice.com/Meyer. Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer, and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. Rodock Leasing Sales and Service is your place for Wilson livestock trailers. Wilson builds reliable, lightweight, and corrosion-resistant aluminum livestock trailers. Wilson is known for their attention to animal and operator safety, as well as the best in biosecurity. Wilson delivers your best value and your lowest cost of operation. Rodock is your home for Wilson livestock trailers. Call Rodock Leasing Sales and Service today. Learn more at rodock.com. Your outdoor fun starts today at Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta. Whether you're an enthusiastic RC hobbyist or searching for a great family gift, we have the best remote control land, air, and watercraft with parts and service you can depend on. Our experienced team and our great wall of parts will keep you cruising all year long with batteries and chargers too. Your outdoor fun starts today at Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta, your one-stop shop for all your hobby needs.
Hello once again, everybody, back at Farm Science Review, and as always, we try to get Kirk Merritt, the Executive Director of the Ohio Soybean Council, to visit with us a little bit and bring us up to date. Kirk, there are so many things happening all the time with the Soy Council and the association. Let's start talking about policy. I know you sent a delegation to Washington a lot and to, maybe parts unknown to get the job done. Sure. But you come back with usually pretty successful lobbying trips. And tell us a little bit about where all of that stands right now.
Sure, I'd be happy to, Gary. So at the federal level, there are several issues that we're following very closely and working on behalf of Ohio soybean farmers to advocate on particular policies. One is biofuels. Soy diesel has been a tremendous generator of demand for soybean farmers, and we think it can be an even bigger generator of demand going forward. So in terms of the renewable fuel standard, the renewable fuel obligations, volume obligations, we have very good numbers initially. Those have not been finalized. So the opportunity is to push that over the line, get that finalized, lock that in for soybean farmers, and lock in that increased demand. I think we can do that. Another area where we're really trying to push for more demand is trade. The administration is negotiating several trade agreements as we speak. We traditionally, as soybean farmers, have exported 25 to 30% of our crop to China, and more than half of our crop overall gets exported. So the export markets are really important. I think that's a real success story of American agriculture. Our farmers are so productive and so efficient that they can meet every last demand here domestically and still have the capability to feed the rest of the world. So we're eager to see new trade agreements at the federal level that will continue to drive that demand, continue to create those opportunities for soybean farmers.
Well, there's been so much development with the products that little soybean can offer, and a lot of that's been driven by the checkoff, of course, and a lot of that has been just with products that have been developed over the years. So, are there certain areas right now that that you're looking at to maybe open? And as I would say something, if I would say something now exists that's blue, I'm sure that the Soy Council and Soybean Association is looking for something that is red. So I know that you're doing something, so tell us. We come here almost every review, and our eyes are open as far as what you have new to offer.
Sure, happy to talk about that. There are tremendous opportunities in new uses for soy. And the Ohio Soybean Checkoff, the Soybean Council, our board has really had a vision over the last several decades to drive more demand through new uses. A couple of specific examples. One is called Roof Max. We helped a company develop a soy-based treatment for asphalt shingles that extends the life of the shingle 5 years, maybe 8 years, reduces the need to replace your roof. You'll eventually need to replace it, but this extends the life and kind of postpones that. That's a real opportunity. That's going gangbusters and driving more demand. Another specific example we developed along with a company that's actually exhibiting with us here this week called Dynamic Green Products on behalf of Stanley Black & Decker. In cooperation with them, we developed a soy-based bar and chain oil for your chainsaw. Traditionally, that's a pretty toxic substance. We made it through our arable research lab. We made it basically a biodegradable substance, not bad for the environment, not toxic to the operator, and a real opportunity for soybean oil and for new demand. You can buy that right now in Home Depot. It has our logo on it. It's a Stanley Black & Decker product, and there'll be other lines, brands that'll carry it too.
Well, from candles, I can remember back from candles to the ink that helps with the what was that? USA Today, I think, was the first magazine or newspaper that used soy ink. To coming out here and learning about the foam that's put in cars for protection around them as people are sitting in a car. They have no idea that it's soy, but it is. We know that things are always on the development, on the drawing board, so to speak. So that's not stopped in any way.
You're right. We think the opportunities are only growing in that area. As you mentioned, there are tremendous examples already out there. We think the demand is going to continue to grow from consumers, from industrial producers. We think this could be a long-term benefit and opportunity for soybean farmers.
And of course, some of that research is a result of the checkoff.
Definitely. The Soybean Council has led the way, the Ohio Soybean Council. We actually established our own lab that focuses on this. It's a small operation, but it's very productive, and it's growing. We actually receive partnership support from several other states that see what we're doing, want to be supportive of it, and their checkoff boards are investing here as well. So we're bringing funds into Ohio to really beef that up.
I know Ohio has been one of the leaders helping other states get started.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think there's a real understanding in our industry that this is going to be important. Already is important. It's going to be more important for soybean farmers to drive this demand and benefit the bottom line.
Now I know the checkoff is lifeblood in one respect, but also you need that strong membership from farmers too.
Yes.
That without that, well, you're behind the 8 ball.
Oh yeah. We're eager to build our membership. We have a great membership base already, but any farmer who believes in the cause should be a member of our association and help us push the policies and the advocacy that we need to get done.
Kirk Merritt, the Executive Director of the Ohio Soybean Council, Soybean Association. Thanks for being with us, Kirk.
Thank you, Gary. It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
The SureTrack heavy-duty, low-profile dump trailer is engineered for professionals who demand the highest level of strength, versatility, and efficiency. And Rodock Leasing Sales and Service is your place for your next SureTrack dump trailer. Available in multiple configurations, tailored to fit your specific needs, and built for heavy-duty tasks. This trailer delivers top-tier performance, helping you get the job done right every time. Call Rodock Leasing Sales and Service today, your source for SureTrack dump trailers. Learn more at rodock.com.
Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. Hey, that's going to do it for this week's edition of In Ohio Country Today. For more information, check us out on the web at inohiocountry.com. You'll have a link to our podcast, our YouTube channel, and so much more. That's inohiocountry.com. Have a good day, everybody.